Was Hitler a Christian? It's Q&A week, folks.
Yes. We're told not to judge, but then we're also told you'll know them by their fruits.
Yeah.
So what was the fruits of Hitler? I think it would be safe to say no, but it's not for us to decide. But obviously, looking from a person from the outside, no.
And so, Hitler had a lot of very interesting quotes regarding Christianity, but the one thing that seemed to be consistent throughout all of it, because a lot of it seemed to be in favor of Christianity, and some of it, but we're doing the Lord's work and this and that and the other. Obviously very confused about what Christianity meant, but the one thing that's consistent throughout it, and this is where it becomes interesting, is that most of it seemed to be in support of the Catholic Church. It certainly seemed to be more his relationship with Christianity as an organized religion rather than a true born-again Christianity seemed to be more of a political thing rather than a religious or a personal sort of born again Christian type thing as we would understand Christianity today. So don't necessarily listen to those who claim that Christianity is what fueled Hitler, because if you dig down into things like Mein Kampf, which is his story, most of which fueled his things was hatred as opposed to actual Christian values, so to speak. But
there's just no way he was a Christian.
No,
Jesus Christ is the author and perfecter of our faith, and he says, whoever has my commands and obeys them, he is the one who loves me. And Hitler didn't obey his commands, certainly about do not kill, love your enemies, etc., etc.
There's also as well the curse placed on Canaan in Genesis has been used historically to excuse things like racism and sort of degrading different sort of groups as well. I mean, there's a whole sort of bunch of different avenues you can sort of go down with this question. If you want to have a good read of this topic, I do recommend that Ray Comfort has a book about it, Hitler, God and the Bible. It basically exposes Adolf Hitler's theology and abuse, essentially, of religion to further his political agenda and getting power, essentially. But I would say, yes, you know them by their fruits, and his fruits were not very ripe.
Well, what's interesting, just very briefly commenting on that little section you did there, Sam, the sort of the curse of Canaan being used as an excuse for racism. What you'll find is that most of the time it's not the curse of Canaan that's used for the excuse, it's the curse of Ham. Of course, you can't find the curse of Ham in the Bible because it's only the curse of Canaan. So sometimes it's not just that a particular concept or statement in the scripture is being used falsely, it's that something has been made up entirely in order to excuse sin. So be careful about what information you're looking into.
Well, if you look at that dispersal diagrams that I did, that Canaan wasn't really probably the father of the black Africans anyway. It was more likely Cush and Mizraim and so on.
Yeah, and that's why they had to go back to the curse of Ham, and yet there has been no curse of Ham. It was a curse be Canaan. So, it's all messed up.